Saw many of those hats over the years right here.
Oh, yeah.
On Derby time. Well, too warm for the hats even on this Tuesday evening. You know, it's a shorter week for a lot of folks because of the holiday yesterday. You're going to warm things up every single day toward the weekend.
Yeah, the big hats might block some of the sun, though. We've got a high UV index over the next several days, and it's a summer-like pattern. And what we had today is during the maximum heating, as we made it to 86 degrees, you start to get these thermals as the sun is warming up the air on the ground, and it produces that rising air to get some of these clouds big enough to produce these showers that were just kind of dancing around Metro Louisville. And then right around sunset, when you lose the daytime heating, you lose the energy for showers and they just begin to disappear. Here's another view of the time lapse looking from south to north. Had a few different downpours. There's one right there just north of the city, another one right there, and the third one dropping a little bit of rainfall too over parts of southern Indiana. Notice this shower right here. Again, right at sunset, it's like clockwork. It will just lift right back up and the cloud begins to disappear. And now we have a mostly clear sky throughout Kentuckiana. So we'll do it all over again. A summer pattern with the upper 80s tomorrow and into Thursday. And then it looks like our first 90s of the year on the way for this weekend. Now, the good thing about the 90s on the way, we have some really dry air that will be moving in from the northeast. So it will be a dry heat, albeit pretty hot for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for our Crusade weekend. No wind. It is quiet and pretty peaceful out there, but warm still. 78 at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. When you look outside of the urban heat island, it gets a little cooler, of course. So we're down to 68, so 10 degrees cooler north in Scottsburg, down to 65 in Corden. Brandenburg checking in at 66, and about 13 degrees cooler than Louisville at 65 in Litchfield, still holding on to 70 in Springfield, Kentucky. You can see a few of those showers and thunderstorms dotting parts of Kentuckiana, just widely scattered and pretty random across the area. And you're really considered lucky if you got some of that much needed rainfall. Many of our yards and some of the farm fields out there could definitely use a drink of that water, but it looks like we'll be mostly dry for the rest of this week. We'll get started in the 60s, and so a mild start to our Wednesday. Tomorrow afternoon, about a 30% chance of that shower or thunderstorm bubbling up during the, again, maximum heating in the late afternoon and early evening. No severe weather expected, but it will be warm and a bit humid out there as well. As we head into Thursday, only about a 20% chance of that pop-up shower. So again, most of the area stays dry as we heat right back up to the mid and upper 80s. So we have a bit of humidity across the eastern United States here through Thursday, but notice this wedge of drier air moving in for Friday. So even though we're up around 90 degrees, it could feel a lot worse, which of course it will as we get deeper into summertime. Here's that dry pocket of air still over us for Saturday and also into Crusade Sunday. So it'll be that dry heat over much of the Midwest and the Ohio Valley this weekend. In our first 90s as well. Mild and a bit humid out there tonight with lows in the 60s. Our hometown temps tomorrow well into the 80s, 87 in Louisville with a hit or miss shower or thunderstorm possible. Again, dry weather on the way this weekend. We need as much rain as we can get over the next couple of days, but again, got to be lucky with that. Lower 90s for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and staying pretty steamy into early next week.